I want to go outside in the rain. It may sound crazy, but I want to go outside in the rain. All right. So there was one thing I was thinking is Jezebel Pinkett-Smith. Okay, if Will Smith really wants to prove that he is one of the most successful black people in the history of black America, what he needs to do is divorce Jada, marry a nice white woman, and have children who aren't all fucked up. Boom! It's like that. Yeah, feeling kind of like that, folks. It's like that. So yeah, Jezebel Pinkett-Smith is trash, and it's going to be great to see. Really, I think that Jezebel Pinkett-Smith is going to actually be one of the future leaders of the sandling down movement. So these a whole new generation of mostly, like late Gen X to millennial women, and solidly into millennials. There's already some former millennials of what's that one, Raven? Was it She's So Raven or something? And she's already I always felt really bad for light-skinned girls like that, who you could tell early on, you're like, wow, you're not going to grow up to be pretty. You're going to be like one of those light-skinned girls who you feel really bad for because you are light-skinned and you have all these features that don't go together well. I just feel bad for mixed people, because I know how it is. I'm kind of an odd-looking character sometimes, but it works. I make it work. But some people, it's no. Some mixed people who you just feel bad for. And and you'll have that homie when you're mixed and you're growing up, that you're like, no, my homie's kind of strange looking. People won't know where they're from. They're thinking they're all kinds of different people, or they just know they're mixed and they're like, yeah, no, that person's mixed. Because they just don't look so good. So anyway, there's Jezebel Pinkett-Smith. And there was one other thing that was really hitting me. Oh, well, for one, yeah, no. There's no forgiveness. Remember, okay, and this was one specifically. White men, are you going to forgive anybody? Because you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Don't forgive anyone. There should be a permanent white men who aren't taking that shit anymore vote. That should be a category of vote. And because the thing is, it's because that's honest. That's honest, because that's a big part of what MGTOW is. A lot of guys are going to have to get this understanding. No, everybody, even conservative women, have no problem every once in a while seeing the big nog dick and butt of white male society. And they got to get used to this idea of no, all these other people see themselves as a team. Now you've got to team up, girl. Women, you better figure out who your team is. And if it's Christians, and it better be hard Christianity. Now, this mealy mouth piecemeal tea time shit, and this weak tea, no more of this weak tea. Oh, but I can't tell my child never speak to us again because of the licentious and horrible things that they're involved in. Yes, you can. You're just not trying hard enough. Just keep repeating it. Keep trying to say it. But yeah, there needs to be that kind of vote. Was it Richard Pryor once said, and Third Base sampled gloriously, some white boys don't take that shit. There needs to be a party. It needs to be a constant vote like this. We're not taking that shit. Fuck you and that bullshit as a constituency. A constituency is called Stop Bullshitting Us. Fuck you and that bullshit constituency. Because that's what's up. That's what's going to have to happen. Because everybody else sees themselves as a team. And these are the only guys who don't. And it kind of makes sense, being that they aren't a team. They aren't really a team. When you understand, like, I could go back and look at my family records, and they go way fucking back. Oh, and I'm cursing, and then I have to show Orthodox phronesis. I stumbled on this and realized from the reviews I was gonna probably have to end up reading this at some point. Then I saw what the chapters regarded, and I'm like, okay, yes. Because I've tried Darkness of the Soul. There's some other things I have to understand first. But you understand. You know, gadzooks. Okay. All right. Oh, nuts, rats, gadzooks. All right. Oh, nuggets. Okay. Yeah. And I know. Vengeance is mine, so saith the Lord. Alone? Vengeance is mine alone, so saith the Lord. Well, but there's just so many of you. You can't forgive anybody. They know what they're doing. It's obvious. All these people know what they're doing. They all know what they're up to. And this was the other one. Dangerous idea. Are there going to be any Jews who come out of this looking good? In public, Bill Maher. Oh, but he's an atheist. But yeah, sure. Yeah, his wanting to no Vaseline the Gentiles all the time, the white Gentiles. Yeah, that's so atheist and so not anything that has a pattern to it. Pattern to it. Because I was watching Jon Stewart's, what people were saying about Jon Stewart and the collapse of his latest show, and it just started to hit me. I'm like, Sarah Silverman, Jon Stewart, even fucking, Sacha Baron Cohen. He tried to, he became a part of the whole state apparatus against Rudy Giuliani. Because this is a thing I want to make sure everybody knows. No matter what you think of Rudy Giuliani, oh, he's so boomer, this and that. Rudy Giuliani's world tour closed banks. Banks just closed. Like the Vatican Bank had to do something about itself because of whatever Rudy Giuliani was up to. That's what made me understand. No, the Bannon, Giuliani, Trump thing going on was very real. It was very real. There really was some type of group of people in private, probably a private intelligence network, and is trying to help the remainder of actual patriotic Americans who are within our government apparatus go after all these, what are rat lines, as George Webb put it, rat lines of money, drugs, human slavery. Remember what Hillary Clinton was doing, was she was dealing with uranium and uranium-1. People keep thinking that Barack Obama was dealing, the Pizzagate thing. People keep thinking this had something to do with kids. Have you ever thought that maybe it had to do with something even more dangerous? Maybe something that, a cake, but you wouldn't want to bake it. Maybe that kind of thing. Or being the kind of people he was dealing with, the kind of people who were all around that, maybe what he was dealing with was a little something more dandy, something more like candy. That makes more sense, being Barack Obama's history and what people have actually said about the guy when he was in Hawaii. Choom Gang, in Barack Obama's time, on an island, at a private school, with his international parents, and then surrounded by former commie perverts, commie sexual perverts, who, might not have been kids, might have been something a bit more entertaining than that. Little bit of this and that, the old Chicago way, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah. Do you forgive them? Because we're supposed to. They're supposed to. That is Christian fortitude. But it feels so good to watch these people go down. Doesn't it feel good? Is that a sin? Should I thank the Lord for taking down my enemies and smashing them like clay pots with an iron rod? Thank God. God waits. Take care, everybody.